My name is Michael Patrick Rice. I was Managing Director of Southgate and Finchley, but my son and daughter are now. Originally, I trained to be a motor mechanic and I went to work for Finchley Coaches in 1960 as a fitter, driver when I got my licence, about 61 or 2. And then I decided I like the look of this, I'd buy a coach. I bought a coach for £200 and just started up on my own then in 1963 and really built it until it is like it is today. But in 1974 I managed, even though I started Southgate in 63, I managed to buy Finchley Coaches out in 74, which is, as you all know now, has joined us 2 companies. It's now called Southgate and Finchley Coaches Limited. My son Peter started with me part-time when he was about 10, and when he left school he came here full-time, which he's been here ever since. And with his sister, he's joint managing director. Elaine came here cleaning the office on a Saturday when she was about 14. When she left school at 16, she came to work for the company and still works and run the company together, in my opinion, really well. My son Peter, his son and daughter now work for the company as in the office helping Peter and also driving the coaches. Carl Scribbins, my daughter's son, he's been here since he was about 11, 12. He trained to be a motor mechanic, got all his qualifications that he needed, and he now runs the whole of the workshop and all the maintenance to do with all the coaches we got. And in my opinion, he's brilliant at it. We try and keep a good crew of staff. Most of them have been here 15 years. Few of them have been here 30 years. There's always somebody on call if we get a breakdown, which thank God we don't get many these days. We just back up our all service. The driver knows where they're going, where the pickup is. And as I say, most of them have been here so long that they know it all backwards anyhow. And if they wasn't as good as they are, they wouldn't be here. It's not an easy business, but to keep up the standard that we want and working for the haberdashers and everything else, it needs a lot of hours of work, keeping the maintenance right, the vehicles right, everything, everything to do with it. Otherwise we wouldn't keep the contract. And Finchley Coaches had that contract since 61. And I've had it since 74. It's always been a cutthroat business, but people were driving a coach with 3 wheels if it gets it cheap enough. They don't really understand the maintenance and how hard it is to keep the maintenance up, the service up. The coaching business to what it was when I started is completely changed. It's kind of turned upside down on its head, because in the early days we were doing Southend Lights, Blackpool, All Market and all that. Well, I think it's the best. It's been my life, isn't it, for 50 odd years, to try and build up a business of my own,